Hi everybody, welcome to an Age of Fantasy battle report, Beastmen versus Elves. The Necromancer's armies of demons and undead face brave resistance from all living creatures and folk from Teniras. He is well aware that the only one able to match him is the Elven Sorceress Faewynn. She has grown increasingly stronger and has continuously challenged his plans and stopped his forces. The Necromancer's plan is now to cut the head of the snake, and he has tracked Faewynn to a forest refuge in a remote part of Teniras. He hopes she's under little protection, and with a swift attack, he'll end the resistance once and for all. The surprise attack will come from two sides, with a Beast Centaur. He's crazed, fast, furious head taker, and he has impact with his great weapon. Then we have two elite Beastmen units, one with heavy halberds and one with heavy hand weapons. They are all furious and head takers, and one of the groups also has a banner. Then a group of 5 change horrors. They have the split ability, they have stealth, and they are armed with claws and fireballs. And with one of the Beastmen units attacking from the other side, we have a Beast Lord. He is furious, and he has despoiler bestial hatred, and he is armed with a heavy great weapon. Faewynn is a high elf noble sorceress. She has the abilities Herbalist and Bitter Rivalry, and she's armed with a heavy spear with the counter ability. Then she is a master mage level 3 caster, and she's also a phoenix warrior that gives her regeneration. And with her, a Glade Champion armed with heavy hand weapon and great bow. And then we have a forest guard armed with hand weapons and longbows. And then the forest itself will protect Faewynn. A group of 10 Treemen, furious and strider and armed with heavy claws, and then a group of 3 revenants, 5 of them with malice, strider and armed with rending claws. And the mission objective is very simple. Either Faewynn survives or she does not. The elves will roll the green dice and they win the roll-off. Round 1. First, Faewynn will receive her 3 magic tokens from this round. We'll put them here. And then the first unit to activate is the Forest Guard. They will advance 6 inches to take a clear shot at the Beastmen, and they will hit on a roll of 4. So 2 hits, and the Beastmen will defend with rolls of 3. So 1 Beastman will be pierced by an arrow and leave this battle. The other group of Beastmen armed with heavy halberds approaching from the west side will charge into the group of Treemen. They are furious. They have 5 attacks and they will hit on rolls of 3. Only 2 hits and no extra furious hits. They are AP 1. The Treemen must roll 6s to block. So let's just have another roll here, and none of them will be blocked. 2 Treemen will be killed, but the remaining 8 can fight back. And they hit with rolls of 5. They have 8 attacks, and in the end there will be 3 hits. So let's see if the Beastmen can block these attacks. There will be 1 blocked attack. So 2 Beastmen will also perish, and this battle is a tie. The Beastmen will back off. The key to victory in this battle is no doubt Faewynn herself. She is a powerful sorceress and a skilled fighter as well. She'll rush towards the bridge and use 2 magic tokens to cast a quench spell and an extra one to make it successful on a roll of 3. And she hits. And that means 6 hits against the unit of Beastmen. And they must block the hits with rolls of 3. And they will block each and every hit. And then the Beast Lord will move, and he will put himself close to the unit of forest guards, as well as Faewynn. He's not able to reach them. Next up, the Tree Revenants. They will charge against the unit of Beastmen. They have 2 attacks each with rending claws, and they hit on 4s. And they will hit with 5 of their claw attacks. And 2 of them are rending, so the Beastmen must roll 6s to block them, and they will not, so 2 hits already. And then the rest of the hits, they will block with a roll of 3, and again they will fail 2. So with 3 remaining Beastmen, the Revenants have just killed the entire unit. Powerful performance. Now the strange group of change horror demons will advance, and then they will fire their fireballs against the Treemen. They will ignite the forest itself. They have a range of 12 inches, and they will hit with a roll of 4. 5 fireballs. And 3 of them will hit the Treemen. They are in cover inside the forest, so instead of 5, they will block on rolls of 4. And they will block 2 of the attacks, but 1 Treeman will leave the group. And immediately after, the remaining Treemen will charge out of the forest against the demons. It's time for revenge. And they have 1 of their heavy claw attacks each, but they have already fought once, so they are fatigued, and they will hit on 2 of their attacks. And they are AP 1, so instead of 4, they will have to roll 5 to block. And 1 of them is good, but 1 demon will bite the dust. But the demons can fight back now, and they have not fought before, so they will hit with rolls of 4. And their hits have the special ability Warp. So if the Treeman rolls a 1, and they do here, they will get an additional wound. So that will be 4 wounds to the Treemen. Not a very good attack for them. They have their unit under half strength now, and they lost this battle. So they must take a morale check, and they will fail. And when they are under half strength, they will leave the battlefield in panic, lost to the demons. The Beastmen unit attacking from the east will now charge, and they dare not charge Faewynn. Instead, they will charge the forest guards, and they will hit on a roll of 3. And we have 3 hits with AP1 weapons. So the forest guards must roll 6s to block, and 2 blocked attacks. So 1 forest guard will be hit and wounded, but Faewynn is near, and with her herbalist ability, he can ignore the wound on the roll of 6. No. So 1 forest guard is down. The 4 remaining can fight back, and they will hit with their hand weapons with rolls of 4. And again, a very decent roll. There are 3 hits now, and the Beastmen must block with rolls of 3. And 1 more Beastman draws his final breath. So this battle is also a tie with 1 casualty on each side, and the Beastmen will back off 1 inch. Now finally the Glade Champion will leave the forest. He will step out and fire his great bow, and his target will be the demons. He has 3 shots, and he will hit with rolls of 3. The demons have stealth, but they are more than 9 inches away. So he will hit with a 4, and they must now block with a roll of 5, and that will be absolutely no problem. The demons are safe. And now it's time for the horrible and crazy Centaur to activate, and he will charge against a group of Tree Revenants. First, he has an impact attack. He will hit with a roll of 2, so that will be 1 hit already, and the Tree Revenants will fail to block the impact hit, 1 down. And then he will have 3 additional attacks. And he is crazed, so first we'll roll a die to see if his regular attacks are rending or they will get further AP. And they are rending this time. Normally the Centaur will hit on a roll of 4, but the Tree Revenants have Malice, so enemies have -1 in melee. But there will be 1 hit, and because the Centaur is furious, there will be 2 hits against the Tree Revenants. And they must come up with really good defense rolls of 6. And they are not able to do that, so 2 more Tree Revenants will suffer under the Centaur's attack. They can fight back now, but they have already fought this round, so it will take a roll of 6 for them to hit, and there will be 1 hit. And the Centaur must, of course, try to block, and he will not block the attack, so he will take 1 wound. But he will win this battle clearly, so the Tree Revenants must pass a morale test. And they stand strong against this creature half man, half horse. And that was the end of the first round. 2 Tree Revenants stand against a Centaur and a unit of demons. And between them and Faewynn, we have the Glade Champion and his bow. And on the other side of the battlefield, the Forest Guard and Faewynn herself will try to stop the Beastmen and the Beast Lord. And the Elves finished first in this round. They will begin in round number 2. Faewynn spent all her magic tokens in the last round, but she will receive 3 more tokens this round, and she will immediately activate her magic. Again, she will use 2 tokens to cast the quench spell and 1 more to increase the chance. So she must again roll 3, and she will fire the quench spell against the Beastmen, and she will hit. 6 hits again, and the Beastmen must roll 3 to block the magic. And again a pretty good roll, but 1 Beastman is hit. They must pass a morale test now, but they have a banner, so they have +1. So the only chance of failure is a roll of 1. Well, they barely made it, but they are still around. But Faewynn is not finished yet. She will charge the remaining Beastmen with her heavy spear. She has 3 attacks, and she will hit on rolls of 3. The spear is AP 1. 2 hits it is. And with AP 1, the Beastmen face a defense roll of 4. And they will fail both of them. So Faewynn just took out the remaining Beastmen. The entire unit is eliminated, and she will move forward. She can move up to 3 inches when she has eliminated a unit here, so she will move close to the Beast Lord. And on the other side of the forest, the demons will charge the Tree Revenants. They have 4 attacks, and because of the Revenants' Malice ability, they will not hit on 4s, but on 5s. And they will hit absolutely nothing. Instead, the Tree Revenants will fight back with 4 claw attacks, hitting on rolls of 4. 2 hits, none of them rending though, so it's AP nothing. The demons will block the attacks with a roll of 4. And 1 attack is blocked, but 1 demon will take a hit and leave. So that will also force the demons to pass a morale test. And they have a quality of 4. But they will pass, even though they lost the battle here. They will just step back and wait for a new chance. The forest guards move into position on the bridge. They only have 1 target, and that is the Beast Lord. So they will fire their longbows. They will hit on rolls of 4. So only 1 hit this time. And the Beast Lord will easily block the arrow. Now the Centaur. Again, he will charge the revenants. He will hit with his impact roll, and that already removes one of the remaining 3 revenants. Now he will have his attacks, and the malice ability, of course, is still active, so only 1 hit, and also a roll to see what kind of crazy attack he has. This time it's an additional AP, so the 3 revenant must block with a roll of 6, and he is gone. The entire unit is eliminated now, and the Centaur will continue his movement towards the Glade Champion, but he will have a chance to stop him now. He moves slightly back to stay as far away as possible from the demons, and then he fires his bow. And 3 hits, that will be more than enough to stop the Centaur. He must block them with rolls of 5. And 2 arrows will bounce off his skin, but he will take an additional wound. He's up to 2 now. That is enough to shake him and force him to take a morale test, but he will pass just fine. Faewynn has put herself in front of the furious Beast Lord, and he will charge her, but with her counter ability she will have a chance to attack first. She has attacked before, so she will have to roll 6s. So no hits on the Beast Lord. He will hit on rolls of 3, but he has the bestial hatred ability, so rolls of 5 or 6 will give him an additional furious hit. But Faewynn is lucky. He will have 2 regular hits, no furious extra hits here, but his weapon is AP 2, so Faewynn must come up with 6s to block his attacks, and she's not able to block them. The great weapon from the Beast Lord will hit her and give her 2 wounds. But she is a Phoenix warrior with regeneration, so she has a chance to regenerate the wound, and she will regenerate 1 of the wounds. The Beast Lord won this battle. Faewynn will pass her morale test, but she is wounded now, and in a very exposed position, right next to the Beast Lord. She still has the Forest Guard to aid her, so it might not look that bad for her. It might be worse for the Glade Champion, because he is the only one to stop the demons and the Centaur. So this is how it looks at the end of round 2. Let's go to the 3rd round. And Faewynn will receive her 3 magic tokens, and she will immediately use her magic. She will activate first and use 1 token to cast the Drain spell, and then she will use 2 additional tokens to make it easier for her to hit. So she will need a 2, and if she is successful, she will drain the Beast Lord 1 hit with AP 4. And she is successful. And he will have to block with a roll of 6. It's not possible for him. The magic will strike him, and he will take 1 wound. And now is the chance for Faewynn to finish the Beast Lord once and for all. She will charge again with her 3 spear attacks, hitting on a roll of 3. And she will be successful with 2 of them again. And with AP 1, the Beast Lord must block them both, otherwise he will be pierced and killed. And he will unfortunately block 1 of the hits from Faewynn and take 1 wound. And now he can fight back. Maybe it was a foolish move from Faewynn, we will see. And maybe she cursed him. With her magic, he will fail all 3 attacks. Wow, and now the Beast Lord will lose this battle, and that was apparently too much for him. He is out. Faewynn proved to be too strong an opponent for the Beast Lord, attacking with magic and spears and whatever she had. She took out the Beast Lord, and she can face and turn her attention against the demons and the Centaur. And while she is doing that, the demons will charge the Glade Champion, and they will hit with 2 of their claws. And let's see if he can defend them and avoid rolls of 1. Well, he could avoid rolls of 1, but he didn't block any of the hits. He will take 2 wounds from this battle. And of course, he can fight the demons back His heavy hand weapon will hit on rolls of 3, and he will hit with all 3 attacks. They are AP 1. The demons must block with rolls of 5, and they will fail and they will disappear, but in their place will be 5 lesser demons. What a nightmare. The Forest Guard will immediately react. They will advance, take position, and fire 4 shots against the newly arrived lesser change horror demons. And they will hit with 2 hits. They have the stealth ability, but they are within 9 inches, so they will hit with 2 attacks, and they will block none of them. So 2 lesser demons will be hit and killed. That leaves the Centaur as the only unit to activate, and he is fast. He can charge 16 inches, and he will charge the Forest Guard. First, an impact hit. With a roll of 2, he will hit, and the Forest Guard will not block, but with Faewynn's Herbalist ability, there is a chance that he can ignore the wound. No, he is taken out immediately. So now the Centaur will attack with his great weapon. 3 attacks hitting on 4s, and this time the crazed ability will give rending hits. So let's see if he can hit, and if any of the hits are rending. And there will be 1 rending hit, 1 regular hit, and 1 failed attack. So the Forest Guard must come up with 6s, and they will not. 2 more Forest Guards will be killed. So 1 remaining guard will attack back, and he will hit on a roll of 5 with his hand weapon. And he will hit with a roll of 6. So the Centaur must block his attack. He will need a 4. And no, he rolls a 1. So the lonely remaining Forest Guard will pierce the heart of the Centaur and take him out of this battle. And at this moment, I forgot that Faewynn could have healed the 2 other Forest Guards, but she didn't. So this is absolutely as it should be, 1 remaining Forest Guard. And that leaves the Glade Champion to activate as the last unit, and he will, of course, target the demons. 2 good attacks with his bow, and they will need 6s to block, and no chance for the demons here. 2 of them will be killed. So the remaining one will have to pass a morale test, and he will fail, so it's all over. No, wait. Instead of these lesser demons, 10 changelings will appear at the battlefield. This nightmare never seems to end. The changelings are weak and small with bad quality and defense, but they have a high number of fireballs they can target Faewynn or the Glade Champion with. So let's see what happens in the 4th and final round. And as usual, Faewynn will begin with 3 magic tokens, and so far her magic has been very effective. So again, she will cast her Quench spell using 2 tokens and 1 more to increase the chance of success. If she is successful, she will hit the changelings with 6 magic attacks, and again, there is no doubt. She controls her magic, and the changelings must try to block with rolls of 6, and a few of them will block, but 4 changelings will be hit by the magic attacks and disappear. Not enough to take the unit below half strength, but Faewynn still has her charge, and she will charge into the remaining changelings and attack them with 3 attacks. She will hit with rolls of 3. And there will be 2 good attacks. And no matter the amount of AP, the changelings must roll 6s, and 1 will block. So 1 attack and 1 additional changeling will leave. But now the remaining 5 changelings can attack 10 times. They have to roll 6, but it's still very dangerous for Faewynn. But again, she is lucky only one hit against her. All the remaining other hits will fail, and she will defend. So no hits. So the changelings lost this battle, and this could be all over for them now. No, they will pass the morale test with a roll of 6. Incredible. But not very fortunate for Faewynn, because now they will attack her with their fireballs, and that will again give them 10 attacks. And if they only hit her once, she will at least face a morale test. 2 hits, that could be enough to kill Faewynn. If she fails her defense roll, she will have to roll 4 at least. And she will block one of the hits. She will take 1 hit though, and that will take her below half her strength. Let's see first if she can regenerate the wound. No, so she will take her second wound, and now she will have to ask herself if she has the nerves to continuously fight the demons and the necromancer, and she will pass. She is not easy to take out physically or mentally. She will stand strong facing the demons. Now the Glade Champion will do all he can to thin out the changeling herd, and he will hit them with rolls of 4. 2 hits, and it will be unlikely that the changelings will save any of them. No, 2 more changelings will be pierced by the arrows, leaving 3 behind. And again, they will face a morale test, and this time they have had enough, and they will not split into even smaller demons this time. The demon nightmare is over. Left on the battlefield is Faewynn along with her Glade Champion and 1 lonely forest guard. They resisted the demonic and beastly attack from the Necromancer. Protected by their will and the forest itself, they survived, and Faewynn will continue to be the last and best hope of Teniras against the Necromancer. Thanks very much for watching this battle report. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel and join me for future bad reps.